Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, and I hope that you too are having a super duper delicious time wherever you are in the world, and that life too is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juicy little lads. Thank you, little lads, you're lovely and bright. Now then, I wasn't going to put out a video today, but first of all, just let me tell you about the weather in our neck of the woods in the old UK. Well, there's no wind. It is rather cold today. It's colder than it was yesterday, okay? It could be differing in other parts of the UK. So I just thought I'd let you know about that, my little lovelies, okay? Now then, and it's very dry, okay? Now then, if you do happen to enjoy my video today, if you can find me, if you could please click on the like. For others of you, please feel free to subscribe if you enjoy my videos. For others of you, please feel free to comment. And finally, if you'd like to share, okay? Now then, I wasn't going to I'm just going to repeat it again, any videos out today, okay? But there's a few things I've forgotten. Plus, I've heard something this morning. So this morning, there's a 29-year-old horse jockey, God bless him, and 29 years of age has passed away, okay? So we're not sure right now whether he's... very sadly, God bless his beautiful dear soul, his beautiful dear families, whether or not he's very sadly taken his own life or whether something else was involved here. We're not really too sure yet at this moment in time, but our thoughts go out to his family, God bless, okay? Now then, I did a video yesterday evening, so I will not be advertising anybody. I mean, there was one other one actually that, I didn't mean to, but I completely forgot about. I never meant to anyway, but whoever it is, for everybody who I advertise, you can always look back on my previous videos, okay, my delicious little babies. It's just a conscious decision that I've made, okay? So it's not to be nasty, it's not to be horrible, okay? There'll be some delicious little babies, there's some of you out there where, you'll be able to look back on my videos and get information of different places to go, okay? So it's not a personal thing, it's just that I feel that right now, I feel that my job is done there, okay? So I feel I've done enough that I can do, okay? Now then, something else I'd like to talk about, which is cyber attacks. So, it seems that the next couple of years we're going to be having a lot of cyber attacks. I've heard this, there we go, I've heard this before actually. So, to me, this is not new news, if you know what I'm saying to you, yes? So, there's going to be a lot more of that, okay? So that's just to let you know that. Now then, the other thing I want to discuss now, for some of you delicious little babies, you will know this, but for other little delicious little babies, you will not know. But the US in America, okay, they're wishing, to ban TikTok, okay. Now, to me, okay, and there was a time back, wasn't there, where President Donald Trump, where he wanted to, to ban TikTok, but, he got called all sorts of names and everything else, right? Well, you see, the way I see the situation is, as far as TikTok goes, okay, is that if you look at, say, for example, if you look at YouTube now, our old YouTube, yes, it's almost like it's becoming... other than anybody who I've advertised and things like that, yes. Other than that, it seems to be, it's becoming less, before I even say it, it's becoming less interesting, okay? So, like, say if you get, even a few years ago, you could get... you could get like all different types of videos and all different things, it was all really jam-packed. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but now It's just becoming less and less, and of course this is to do with all the censorship, and not only that, but some of the flipping most fantastic YouTubers, you know, got booted off because of we know what information. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Jab, 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 jib, jab. Okay, so they got booted off. Do you know what I mean? So we were losing, you know, a lot of really flipping excellent flipping YouTubers, which of course, you know, God bless them. You know, they've, you know, a lot of them have got their own, you know, .com and things like that. Okay, so do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, plus they've, you know, they've got other sites that they're on. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, other platforms, right? But to me, the way I see TikTok, because you see there's been a lot more truth coming out on TikTok. Do you see what I mean? Even though I haven't used TikTok for quite a long time now, okay? So it seems very much to me that this is what's going on here. There we go, okay? So it's like, you know, they do not want your woman there talking, they do not want your man there talking. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because, you know, it seems to be awakening, okay, because we are going through an awakening, okay. So for the delicious little babies out there who was not awake before, then they are waking up rather quickly, okay. For other delicious little babies, you know, well, it's all still very sadly classed as conspiracy theories, okay, which it's been proven that, you know, what's gone on in this past 3 years and everything, okay, well, it turned out to be the truth, didn't it? So I really cannot see, the whole lot's crazy and bonkers, because I really cannot see why they're trying to cover up something now, which seems to be worldwide. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So that's what's going on there. Okay, so let's just tick these off. Now then, I was watching another video this morning, and this is to do with our old China. Now, what it is that in China, it's like they warn, okay, like even in the school classroom and everything, and they warn about technology. You know, like dog and burns. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, I wasn't pointing at you, my delicious little babies. That's rude. I was pointing at my fern, okay? Well, they actually warn about this. But, of course, in our neck of the woods in the old UK, it seems that they do not warn about it. So what we end up with is... shall we say, and of course, you know, this it goes on all across. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, what we end up with is like, you know, ones out there, you know, God bless them, okay, where they happen to be super glued to the, you know, to their old, sorry, dog and burns. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's like it's very rare that I would ever take my fern out. Do you see what I mean? I will occasionally, my delicious little babies, yes, but not very often, okay? And there's a reason why I do that, because, you know, like, say if you're going for a walk, you know, with my beautiful and delicious little baby Ruby Tuesday, because both of my little babies are beautiful and delicious, my beautiful little Maisie Moo, but she's a little pussycat, so she can go out and she can come in when she wants to, yes? Whereas with my beautiful and delicious little baby Ruby Tuesday, you know, she requires a walk, okay? Now, the thing is, I like to just, you know, it probably sounds silly to some, not to all, okay? But I love to look at, there we go, if I even say it, I love to look at the trees, I love to look at the bushes, I love to look at the flowers. Do you see what I mean? I just, you know, without, shall we say, having to listen to music, and there we go, and all different things, and I absolutely love my tunes, do you see what I mean? But, you know, I try my utmost not to take my dog and burn everywhere with me. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, there needs to be a rest point. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because sometimes it's vitally important, my delicious little babies, with your old noddle, just to switch off a bit. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. So, well, actually, I feel that this is a good thing with our old China, what it's doing. But of course, like I say, you know, I said on previous videos over the months, you know, you could have somebody crossing the road, you know, they're looking at the dog and burn, okay, so, you know, they sort of like got it, you know, they couldn't get it any closer to the flipping bird race, okay, and they're not even looking where they're going, they're not looking at the road, they're not paying attention. Now, if you've got a driver, I said it months ago and I'm going to repeat it again, if you've got a driver and that driver is also, for whatever reason, okay, because sometimes, God bless, it does happen where they're not paying attention either, or it could be another situation where simply means that they just do not have time, you know, with the stopping distance to stop. Okay, my delicious little babies. So, you know, there could be a number of things that take place there, okay, so it's not always the driver's fault. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But because technology seems to have taken over, okay, and it seems to have really sped up, you know, at a super duper flipping rapid rate, okay, it's almost as if, you know, you've got many out there, you know, you could have them, I don't know, say for example, if they're not out, you know, they could be in their bedrooms, or they could be in their lounge, or they could be, you know, and it's like that is their world. Like that dog and burn is their world. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And of course, you know, you've had many teenagers, you know, and I've heard, there we go, many stories, you know what I mean? You try and take the fern off them. Flip me, you got flipping hell to pay. That's not swearing. You got flipping hell to pay. Do you see what I mean? Because they will do everything, okay? They will move heaven and earth just to keep their old dog and burn close to them. Do you see what I'm saying? She went to little baby. So yes, I do see it as much as technology can be a good thing, I also see the negatives, there we go, of it as well, okay? But good on China for doing this, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, just limiting what time, you know, somebody can look at a dog and burn. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, I actually see that as a positive thing. That's myself personally, okay? I just feel that in other countries, you know, there we go, that the same thing should be adapted, you know, in the West, okay? Now then, so that's that. Now, very lastly, well, actually, yeah, very lastly, I was listening to a video. I did actually send it out, actually, because you know, I'm not going to be really sending videos out now. There's going to be very few who I send videos out to. There we go, okay? Simply because, I mean, God bless, for whatever reason, could be busy lives or whatever it is, okay? Simply just not paying attention, okay? So I can feel and I can rest well at night, my delicious little babies. Yes, I can. That, there we go, that I have tried my best, you know, and I was done telling. Do you see what I mean? To spread the word so that others can then, whatever videos I happen to watch, that, you know, to send them out so that they can send them out. Do you see what I mean? But it appears very sadly, you know, I could be wrong in some cases, I do not know, but it just does not seem to be happening. So therefore, I made that conscious decision, okay, that I'm just not going to be sending, there's going to be very few who I do send videos to. There we go. And I'm doing it for a reason, because, you know, I cannot just keep doing this time and time again when nobody's paying attention to it. Do you see what I mean? And then, of course, when things then start to change, which it has been at a very rapid rate, my delicious little babies, for some of you out there who do not know, because for some of you delicious, sorry little babies, you do know, okay? When things are changing at a rapid rate, I said before and I'll say it again, I don't want anyone to come to me to say anything, because I've tried my best. That's why, my delicious little babies out there, I can sleep at night. There we go. I can sleep at night. I've done everything that I can. Just like in the old pandemic when I was, you know, explaining to others, you see what I mean? And there's many who would rather just not speak to me now. They're completely changed towards me. Do you see what I mean? But of course, they're on their journey. I've said it before and I'll repeat it again. They're on their own journey. So if they choose not to speak to me, that's really not my problem at all. Okay, again, with my heart of hearts, I can sleep at night. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but let me get back to this, the matter in hand. So I was looking at this video, wasn't I? And it seems that in some of the old jibby jabs, okay, that, you know, it's, you know, and the old nasal spray, okay, it's called Squalene, you know, or Squelly, okay, and, you know, this is extremely, there we go, extremely serious indeed. Okay, now, I'm not going to say, you know, where I heard it from. And anyway, I knew what was in, there we go. You know, the majority of what was in the old, do you see what I'm saying? My delicious, there we go, my delicious little babies, do you see? So I'm not going to say, you know, it's just, I just feel it's come to the stage now, my delicious little babies, where, you know, others out there, you know, it's now time, because I do know for some, God bless them, yes, that they do try the best now, you know, they're really doing the best, because not everybody is very good at researching, you know, there we go, I get it, I really, really do you see what I mean? Some, you know, and then for others, like I've said earlier, you know, could be their lifestyle, you know, maybe they're too busy, maybe they've got other things going on, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is very serious indeed. Now, this was actually, let's just say, planned from 1974. Okay? So that's a very long time ago. I mean, I'm nearly half a century. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Anyway, I do not look it. My delicious little babies, okay? But, yes. So, I mean, I would have only been, you know, 1 year old. There we go, 1. At that time. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is a very long time. There we go, that this has been going on. Do you see? So, you know, it's important for others out there to, you know, to know these things. There we go. Do you see? Okay. Now, very lastly, so I just thought I'd mention that, my delicious little babies, but of course, you know, if anybody, I'm just going to repeat once more, if anybody wants to know, you know, where to go, what type of places, you know, to go to get information, well, there's a number of places I've said before on my previous videos. So, like I said, you will never hear out my mouth again. Okay, you know, it would have to be an extreme, you know, shall we say, circumstances why, but even then, do you see what I'm saying to you? Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm done telling. There we go. Just have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Now, some of you may look at me, my delicious little babies, okay? I'm not saying all, but some of you may look at me and think, my word, she's really flipping hardened. Do you know what I mean? She really just doesn't give a shite. Well, the thing is, on the contrary, do you see what I mean? I really do, you know. But when others simply just do not want to pay attention, listen to any videos, pass the information on, then there's nothing more I can do, because I can continue to talk till I'm blue in the old bird race. But if nobody's listening, or you've only got a few who are paying attention, you know, then there we go. Then what can anybody do? Nobody can do a thing. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Because I've said it before and I'll repeat it again. Everybody is at different levels, okay, of how they see situations. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Now, you've got some who simply, they just do not want to hear anything. It doesn't matter what you say, what you do, they just do not want to hear. Yes? Because in their noddles, okay, and in their hearts, they truly believe that, there we go, they truly believe that they are correct. Do you see? But of course, God bless them. But this is a level of brainwashing. Then you've got the second set, you know, where they have taken what they've taken. God bless them again. And, of course, you know, we do not have anything against them. You know, it was their choice at the time, wasn't it? But like I've said before, and I'll repeat again, if they knew exactly what was in, do you see what I'm saying? Then really, would they have still been offering their arm to take anything? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but it seems that there's been a lot, God bless them, who have woken up to this, do you see what I mean, and realised what's being done, okay? So, you know, they are, there we go, before I even say it, they are trying to put things right, do you see what I mean, yes? And then, of course, you got the next set where we know. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies, yes? So this is what's going on there now then. Also, sorry, I just wanted to discuss, you know, so the food shortages, you know, I mentioned on another one of my videos, okay? Well, anyway, I've been hearing about this for quite a while, okay? And I did a video months ago where I was talking about my beautiful and wonderful dear Nana, okay? My beautiful and wonderful dear granddad, okay? I've already said good morning to them both. Oh, how I love them so, okay? And where in, like, you know, in the old war, okay? Well, I mean, things were rationed. You know, things like lemon, you know, which is, there we go, is extremely good for you. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I mean, that's just one example. But of course now, what's happening is that, of course, you know, they're wanting to not only lemons, but oranges, which we all know. You know, for those of us who do know my delicious little babies, so that's not being insulting or disrespectful to those delicious little babies who do not know, okay? But, I mean, oranges are very good for vitamin C, there we go, and things like that. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but of course, you know, they're wanting to get rid of that. Now, onions, I mean, it seems to be, okay, and I've done previous video anyway, you know, I've talked about these things, yes, garlic, onions and things like this, yes, which are very good. They're good for the heart, they're good for you, do you know what I mean? Garlic's good for the blood, good for, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, so it's like they're wanting to, you know, ration, do you see? So I'm all cold here, and I have been throughout my video, do you see? It's like they're wanting to ration anything that's good for the body. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Plus, you know, I said on the previous video, you know, removing certain, you know, if you go to a chemist. Do you see? So bit by bit, they're reducing. No? Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? Now, for those of us who do know, okay, delicious little babies out there, okay, we all know why this is happening. Do you see? Okay? So, you know, it is a good idea to, you know, there we go, to stock up on things, okay? There's even, just to let you know, my delicious little babies, okay, if you go onto old YouTube, okay, there's actually where there's YouTubers who do, it's like they have jars, and what they do, it's where, you know, for anybody, delicious little babies who do eat meat out there, okay, where you can actually, you know, keep meat in a jar, okay, and it will stay fresh. There's a certain way that they do it. But of course, you know, again, you know, we get back to the same thing. You see, because in the world we have been, let's just say, so what they've done is, it's like they've dumbed as many down as possible. There we go. That's what they've done, okay? So that, because of course we know that they do not want, you know, those of us out here to be able to think for ourselves. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? They just simply just do not want that. Okay? Oh, that's really bad. Do you see what I mean? If you use your old noddle, that's really bad. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But if more just looked at, not being rude or disrespectful here, but instead of just looking, I mean, we can all look at cookery videos, as you know, I enjoy doing that myself from time to time. Yes, I do, you know, and I write down certain recipes, but one also needs to know, like what I've just previously said, how to store things. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes, and there's other videos where you can learn how to grow garlic and, you know, and all different things, you know, chilies, peppers. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, and of course, you know, I know it seems rather daunting because there's going to be some delicious little babies out there, you know, where they think, oh, you know, and you will make a few mistakes. We all do. Do you know what I mean? Nobody's perfect by any stretch, you know. It's all about trial and error, okay? But because these, okay, and the putrid lackeys, right, because they're trying to race ahead of time, there we go, okay? Because they're trying to race ahead of time, do you see what I mean? Because they know and they're fully aware, and I've been seeing it long time, there we go, okay, that more are waking up, okay? This is, you know, what is happening now. Do you see? But, you know, I would be, you know, advising, and I was months ago actually to others out there, I was saying to them, you know, stock up, there's going to be, do you see, I was saying it long time. Do you see? But, of course, nobody, this is the world that we're living in, and sometimes, my delicious little babies, it can be, for those of us out here, and God bless us all, okay, there we go, who just forever trying to explain, we're not trying, was explaining, do you see what I mean, and still nothing gets done. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And then, of course, when the pantry starts to run low, do you see what I'm saying? Then they're wondering why. Do you see? I mean, I went to go and do a bit of shopping yesterday, and I couldn't believe, I mean, like, for a cucumber, I mean, for a bag of onions, right, was, I've thrown the receipt away now, my delicious little babies, otherwise I would have shown you. Do you see what I mean? I just have a tendency to throw everything I do, do you see what I mean? But anyway, and so they've gone up, how much have they gone up? 20 pence. Okay, so for a bag of, just a little bag of brown onions, right? So they've gone up 20 pence, right? So I bought a dozen eggs. Okay, I've done videos before, you know, to talk about eggs, okay, which of course, you know, extremely healthy for you. I mean, and that's another issue, you know, they're still trying this with the old eggs. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. Well, how much were they before? So you could get a dozen eggs, right, for £2, for £2, yes? British sterling and our neck of the woods in the old UK, right? Well, they've now gone up to, for the same box, my delicious little babies, a dozen eggs, £2.85. Do you see? Like, the sugar, right, that was 60 pence, right, was actually, that's gone up to 99 pence. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? Like milk, and even down the local shop, okay, milk that would usually cost you about £1.19, well, it's £1.59, and it's not much different in any supermarkets or anywhere. Do you see what I mean? It's like everything's just, you know, gone up. Do you see what I mean? Now, one of the things that seemed to have stayed, because I like my old grapefruit as well, and that's very good, my delicious little babies, for weight loss. I've said this before, okay? Now, I like my old grapefruit. Well, for a single grapefruit is 48 pence. So that hasn't moved. So the price of a grapefruit has not changed, okay? So there's certain things, you know, like I buy bananas, you know, for my little birdies out the back there, yes, in my garden. Well, they were, how much were they? 79 pence, gone up to 99 pence now. Can you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And then, of course, all of this gets blamed on the war. Do you see what I mean? Which, as we all very well know, there we go, for I even say it, it's a crock of shite. Do you see? This is just another way to make us suffer out here. There we are. You know, just for us to suffer. I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, when we go to work, right, it's a circle, 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 okay? So what happens is you go to work, you pay your bills, you pay your rent, your mortgage, you also buy your food, okay? But it goes back into the system, so therefore, we're out here working for flipping jack shite for nothing. There we go, do you see what I mean? And then they've got the flipping effing audacity to flipping start rationing. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? And if my mind serves me correctly, like I say, on and off over the years, there we go, they've been at this flipping crack what they do you know what I mean? Okay? And to me, it just comes down to one thing, and I honestly believe, my hand on heart, they're losing control. Yes, they are losing control. You've got that many now who are, you know, waking up to this. There we go, waking up to this shite. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. I mean, and then there's another thing as well. So, I mean, well, I can only hope that my video doesn't get taken down. I mean, the things that are going on in Canada, I mean, it just gets worse and worse. I'm very limited to what I can say. My delicious little babies, yes, we're flipping horrendous. What's going on over there? Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's flipping awful. What's going on? What's taking place? Really is, you know. But I cannot say anything more than that. There we go. Because do you know what I mean? Because otherwise I'll take this video down, do you see? But, you know, there needs to be more now, other than, God bless them, the delicious little babies who do know, where they just need to start, you know, really seeing things for what it really flipping well is. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and this is the struggle at this point in time. Do you see? Now, there will be a case where, you know, to store, because years and years and years ago, with the tins, okay, it used to have, the tins used to have it was like poisonous, the tins, okay, so they used to have like a poisonous element to them, yes. Well, they changed that. There we go. They changed that, right? So the thing is now is that, well, you know, you can store, do you understand what I'm saying? Yes? And you'll still find a way to, you know, to keep yourself going. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? It's like, okay, let me just put this in a different way so that everybody's ding, ding, dong, dong, understanding what I'm saying, yes? It's like when you look at, especially at the start of the whole pandemic, you know, you've got these food packs. In fact, they did it in the army for quite a long time, actually. You know, where you get these food packs, like, say you could have a Sunday lunch, and it's just in this little pack. And then, of course, you know, they open it, they heat it up, they open it. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, and it's all in one little pack. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, well, I mean, in order to keep, you know, that meal, that food inside this little pack, plastic pack, yes? Well, they would need to be using other things to keep it where it's edible. Wouldn't they? That's the way I see it. So, what my question is, my delicious little babies, this is all I'm asking. I just want to give food for thought here. Why do they want everybody, and I've been thinking this for a very long time, yes I have, okay, why do they want everybody to steer away from the tins? This is all I'm asking. Please do not get me wrong, okay? You know, you could get fresh fruit and vegetables, yes, but let's just get this correct now, okay? In a supermarket, okay, what you see as being fresh, okay? Well, it's actually fresher frozen because, you know, it's a couple of hours from the time where they, you know, gather, whether it's peas or whatever it may be, yes? And then within a couple of hours, it's frozen. There we go, okay? So the fact of the matter is that that's actually fresher, I've said it before and I say it again, than what you would see in a supermarket as being fresh. Yes? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, and the only other way that you're going to get the real fresh is if you grow it yourself. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? But of course, you know, there's so much you can freeze. There's so much you can, there we are. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? I mean, you could chop your own garlic up and you can freeze it. Do you see what I mean? You can chop your own ginger up and freeze it. I've done it myself. I've got it in my freezer. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But what I want to know is why the big, and I've been wanting to know this for a very long time. Well, I know the answer. But anyway, why do I want everybody to steer away from the tins? Do you see? That's, do you see what I'm saying? Yes? So, I mean, you know, you've had man and woman, so correct me if I'm wrong here. I mean, I could be wrong, but I do not believe that I am. Nobody's right all the time, my delicious little babies. I'm just making my point here, what I'm saying. And you could have somebody, God bless them, that have eaten tins for many years, decades. But they still live to the age of 90 odd. Yes? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, I mean, okay. You know, I've said many things, you know, like, you know, if we look at what washes our clothes, I said it before and I'm going to repeat it again, you know, like things that wash our clothes. Well, it's poisonous, isn't it? You see, everything you do seems to be flipping rather poisonous, yes? But if we were to sort of dig deeper, which, you know, I have, yes, okay? If we did that, well, we wouldn't be wearing any clothes at all. Do you see what I mean? And then we wouldn't be eating anything at all. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So I just feel that, you know, we could say on one side of something, then we can say on another side, there we go with something else. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, like, I'm just going to repeat once more. Many moons ago, decades ago, tins, yes, they were a real severe, there we go, before I even say it again, a health hazard. But now, because things are different, okay, you can store things, okay, and then even when they have a sell-by date, the reason why they have a sell-by date is that, you see, you've got like supermarkets and things like that, right, and they're covering their own back and they're having to follow procedures. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the reason why, okay? And I've tested it, actually. I've tested it, yes? And I've tested things like, okay, everybody's different here, okay? So I'm just letting you know what I've done personally. So say if I bought a tub of cream, okay, there we go, right? So you buy a tub of cream, which of course, you know, you can do it with mashed potatoes or you could do it with a dessert or, you know, you could do a number of things with cream, okay? Now, you see, what it says on, you know, the top before you open the lid, okay? What it says on the lid, right? But it says 9 times out of 10, it'll say, you know, use by and then refrigerate only for 3 days, okay? Well, I tested this. Yes, I tested this. Okay? Well, there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. There was no smell to it. And that's after 5 or 6 days. I just wanted to test it, my delicious little babies. There we go, just to see. Okay? I've done the same with eggs. Okay? So, you know, say, I don't know, you know, you've got a sell-by date, yes? Well, and I thought, you know, over the years, yes, and I thought, I'm going to test this, right, just to see, okay? Now, a good way of telling with an egg, yes, and a good way is like to, when you hold the egg up, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, now I was told this by somebody years ago, okay, that his wife, oh God bless you, she's not here anymore, God bless her, well, she used to do silver service, okay, and she'd said that one of the best ways, okay, because he told me, yes, one of the best ways to test an egg to see whether it's usable or not is when you shake it, okay, if you can hear, you know, the yellow inside the yolk, if you can hear it moving in the egg, yes, when you shake it, if you can hear the egg, you know, the yolk moving, well, the egg's no good. Okay? But if you shake the egg and you cannot hear nothing, well then that's fine to use. Okay? It's fine to eat. Okay? So I just thought, you know, that for some reason I just thought I'd just let you know that as well, my delicious little babies, okay? So what I'm saying to you is that, you see, it seems very much to me that there's too many rules, too many regulations, and too many that are wanting to cover, there we go, their own backs. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? And I did actually see, so this is correct as well, that you can only have 3 lots of tomatoes. Okay, I bought 1 lot, yes, but off the van, okay? But, you know, you can only have 3, no more than 3, okay? Now, they were doing this a couple of years ago with Waitrose in our neck of the woods in the Old UK, where you could only have so many of something. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, or only have 2, and then it'll tell you out of stock. Well, it's not out of flipping stock at all. I mean, we got warehouses and warehouses, right? It was the same with the flipping toilet roll, flipping crack. Do you see what I mean? Warehouses and warehouses with plenty of food. Do you know what I mean? And toiletries and everything. Do you see what I'm saying? What it is just to make our lives, yes, a flipping nightmare. But then you've got certain countries, which you have, but then you've got certain countries where, you know, they've got full and plenty on their shelves. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So that's all I wanted to say. Oh, and just one last thing I want to say. You know this nuclear war business, yes? You see, here's the way I see things, right? And this is just my thoughts, okay? So, you know, anybody else could have different views. There we go. It's entirely up to yourselves, my delicious little babies. I'm just speaking with my opinions now, right? And I'm entitled to my opinion, yes? If they were going to drop nuclear bombs and that, right, wouldn't they have been done doing it? Yes. Okay? Now, not only that, which I've known a long time, yes, for a very long time, that at the end of the day, well, not only would they be killing, you know, millions, okay, or billions, yes, but they'd be killing themselves as well. And it also means that even if they had, like, you know, to go and live underground, well, I really do not feel that those and the lackeys, yes, would want to be living underground. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. So it seems very much to me, I mean, I could be wrong. I do not believe I am. And like I said, I'm not right all the time. Nobody is. But it just seems to me that everything is like, oh, a threat here, a threat there. And let's just look at over the decades what they've done. You know, whereas there's the ums, and other things that are being dropped anyway. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, so what a lot of delicious little babies have got to do out there. Well, I cannot tell them what to do, actually. But for the ones of us who do know, okay, we're Unky Dory Ticky Taboo. But for the delicious little babies who do not know, you've got to stop just giving in to fear. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because this is what they feed off. Do you see I've known a long time? Do you see? But if you just say, oh, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, or oh, I'm not paying attention, there we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, I'm not saying that we should not be paying attention to certain matters, okay? You know, because there are certain things, there we go, that are going on. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, and have been for decades, yes? But what I'm saying to you is that once the fear element comes out of it, okay, just like at the start of the old pandemic, I wouldn't wear a muzzle. I said before and I say it again, I wouldn't. Do you see what I mean? Jab, 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 jab. No? Okay? I wasn't going to be in fear. I walked wherever I wanted to walk. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? I wasn't going to be fearful of it. Do you see? And then, of course, you know, if more delicious little babies out there who do feel that fear element, do you know what I mean? Just put the fear aside. You'll feel so much freer. For some of you wonderful and delicious little babies out there we go. Do you see what I mean? Because this is what they were wanting all the time. It's like a threat to this, it's like a threat to that. Okay? But of course, it would be very costly, but it would also be very costly for them. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, yes, it seems very much to me, my delicious little babies, that there seems to be not as much control as what, there we go, as what they were thinking to themselves. And again, I said it months ago on one of my videos, the simple reason is because they're rushing things, there we go, making mistakes. I said it months ago. Do you see? So, you know, and I do regard myself to have flipping me old noddle. Do you see what I mean? And a lot of it is common sense. So once, you know, for all the delicious little babies out there, you know, who are a little bit worried at the moment, yes, once everybody goes into themselves and says, you know what, I'm not going to be fearing. I'm not going to be fearing anything anymore. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And it's game over, isn't it? What can I do? But then we go back to the war in Ukraine. Do you see what I'm saying? And God bless them. God bless all the dear soldiers that, you know. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, and then I heard that they're wanting to send man and woman from America. You know, God bless, for them to go to the deaths as well. So they're not happy with God bless the beautiful dear souls who have already passed away over there. No, they're not happy with that. So they want more. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? But I said before, I'm going to repeat it once more. But if everybody just put there we go, before I even say it again, you put your tools down, they put the tools down. Where are they going with this? What can they do? Do you see? It's about everyone standing together and saying no, 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 no. Because what can they do? Do you see? There we go. And that's how I'm going to end it, my delicious little babies, yes? So, you know, that's all I want to say today. I've got nothing further to say. So if anybody does happen to look at my video, well, thank you. And, you know, but I'll keep putting, there we go, I'll keep putting videos out, okay? Some may listen, some may not. It's horses for courses, isn't it? You know, you can please some of the time, but you cannot please everybody all of the time. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? It's just that I just like to give out my thoughts on things, okay? So I will not stop doing it, but I have to be perfectly honest with you, I have to be rather careful as well, there we go, of what I do say, because my videos do get taken down, my delicious little babies. I can assure you that one now. Trust me on that one. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? So that's all I have to say anyway. So I didn't wish to bore anybody. I just thought I'd just, you know, just talk about a number of things today, okay? So until my next video, my delicious little babies, wishing you all the most beautiful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, okay? Please keep, for those of you delicious little babies out there, please keep shining your light, okay? Because there's always going to be somebody who will, there we go, if I even say it, who will value you, okay? And they will value your help and support with things, yes? And please just take very good care of all of yourselves now, my delicious little babies, yes? Because we are in, like I said, very turbulent times, okay? And please, I'd like to send you all so much love, and God bless you all, my delicious little babies, yes? And please continue to feel a love. Please give a pat on the old back, a shake of the old hand, and to some delicious and beautiful little family members, friends, and some work colleagues. Please show them the love and please tell them that they're wonderful, beautiful, juicy, and delicious, and that you love them. Okay? So until my next video, my delicious little babies, take care. Thank you. Goodbye.